So we've narrowed it down to 12. Nice.
So
That's what I'm seeing on their website.
So the list
we've
got
cut it down to
bigger.
12.
The list got bigger from a week prior, which that we're going the wrong way.
Is Loyal still on the list?
Welcome to Court Captains, a volleyball podcast,
where we talk all things Major League Volleyball.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Nikki.
I'm Ian.
And today we're talking, is Omaha okay, the sequel?
No.
And we love Fishers, Indiana.
Oh, Fishers. Classic.
Super classic for us Midwesterners. But first, we have a message from our sponsor. This episode of Court Captains is, in fact, brought to you by Volley. I check the Volley app for the weekly schedule to follow along with scores when I can't watch live and to check back on some stats when I'm curious about who did a certain thing this past week. And new this week, the Volley app has Daily Grid. Ian, do you play any Daily Grids?
No, no Daily Grids for me.
Do you know about Daily Grids?
I mean, sure, sort of. I think Mary's doing some Daily Grids.
Okay, well, like in sports, isn't there like an immaculate grid or something?
Yeah, the immaculate grid. I know people that do that, but honestly, for me, I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Are you just acting like you don't know so that I have to explain it?
No, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Please explain it to me.
Okay. So with Volley's grid, you have 9 guesses to enter 9 players into a 3x3 grid. And those players are going to have hit certain statistic milestones that every day there's a new description of what you need to do. So like here's an example of today's. We've got league champion on the x-axis, and we've got Indy Ignite on the x-axis, and we've got Love Nebraska. Okay. And then on the y-axis, we've got 300 plus kills in the career, 25 plus digs in a game, 3 plus aces in a game. So we have no idea who would meet those things in Love Nebraska. But can you guys think of a league champion player who has 300 plus kills in her career?
Nope.
I would guess Brittany Abercrombie.
That's who I guessed, and we're correct.
Wow. Nice. That's fun.
Can you think of an Indy Ignite player who had 25 or more digs in a game?
Elena Scott.
That's who I guessed, and we're correct.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh my God,
So
fun.
basically, the fun thing about this is that as long as there aren't any love rows, I'll do great.
Once it gets to the Love Rose, don't know.
Except this time I didn't correctly guess an Indy Ignite player who had 3 plus aces in a game. I said Mia, but I got a red X.
Oh.
Who would you say?
I don't
Indy
know.
Ignite
Lekator
player
might have
with more
one.
than 3? Okay, let's see. Ah, that's green. You did it, Ian.
Yes.
And I got 6,
I'm
and
hooked
so
on
I'm
this
done.
Daily Grid.
I'm done for the day.
That's fun. They're like, it's like New York Times games, but for the Volley app.
Mini crosswords.
And yeah, and those other daily grids that I mentioned are like in other sports, mostly men, but we don't mention those. So you should go play the daily grid. Download the Volley app at playvolley.com/courtcaptains. That's PLAYVOLI.com/courtcaptains.
Sweet.
I can talk to you about general news.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess just to start off the elephant in the room,
yeah.
this is Kelly still.
We haven't replaced Kelly with someone.
We didn't get a new Kelly.
I have a bit of a cold.
It's very upsetting.
But does my voice sound cool?
Yeah, very cool.
It's like that episode of Friends when Phoebe gets sick and she's like, my voice is so sexy now.
Yeah.
And then when she gets better, she's really upset. She tries to get sick again. I won't be doing that, but
classic plot.
Classic Friends plot. Anyway, that's it. Okay. Talk to us about the news.
That's
Nikki.
the court captain's injury report for this week.
Yes, of course. We need to do the injury report from the top. And as a result, Kelly unfortunately missed the Indy Ignite game.
Yeah, I was
to sit out
on injured reserve.
Yeah.
She was on injured reserve. And so she had to miss. It's really upsetting. I was sad. But we hope she gets better real soon. She's right here. I'm
right
talking
here.
to her.
Yeah, still showing up.
Directly. Yeah.
I got my snack ready for the
hours.
scorner. Some jelly beans. Some Starburst jelly beans.
Scorner snack. Okay. Back to injuries. So Kelly's the first injury to update. The only other injuries that I clocked this week were in front of my face. So Grand Rapids at Indy, in that game, we noticed that Elizabeth Inna had a boot on her foot again. That was Sunday after I believe she played on Saturday.
Yeah, she played the game before.
So that's a bummer. And then we saw Leah Meyer go down, Grand Rapids middle blocker against Indy.
Ooh.
Kathy George was not happy about that. She said, "Hey, my players keep getting injured here. What's going on with the
Twice
floors?"
this year. Yeah.
Well, she didn't say the last part, but
What kind of injury was it?
it looked like a knee. She said it looked like she said I thought I heard something pop. It was the knee that she already had
Not good.
she already had compression on. So maybe it was like exacerbating something that was happening already. She did not walk off the court. She hopped.
That's tough.
I'm really hoping that it's not too serious, but that was we didn't like seeing that live. If you don't like watching an injury on television, you won't like it in person either.
Yeah.
So close
bad
your eyes.
vibes in the arena.
Yeah, it was quiet, it was sad, it was no good. Hopefully she is okay soon. But that meant that because Al Hassan still has a boot on her foot, they had to rely on middle blocker number 4, Berkeley. So that I think maybe, they don't have any more backups. So best wishes to everybody over there. That was all I noticed from injuries, but I missed a couple games this week. Did you see any other ones?
But that's all. There's nothing on the report though.
Brittany's
No,
still
nothing
out.
in.
Brittany's
still out.
Yeah.
Brittany's still out. Which is
I mean,
the
we
big one.
saw Johnny play obviously in Indy, but she played like set and a half. But I
Yeah,
don't know
and
if
then-
that's just, them getting her back in the swing of things.
Yeah, not 100%. I felt like she was playing. Oh, you like that one, Kelly? I felt like she was playing pretty well. Maybe not as great as she normally does, and we can think about the stats and talk about that more when we get there. But I didn't feel like she was like a big problem. I did initially just wonder like, oh, is she still like working her way back
Yeah.
in? So TBD on that. Okay, that's all I have on injuries. Transactions. Really, I just have one main thing to talk about. And my advice to everybody is to please put your pitchforks down regarding Mac Pedraza. Okay? People are very upset about this, that she was waived by Orlando the other day. If you listened to us, you heard exactly what Amy Pauley said about this, which was that she intentionally asked Mac to come for a couple weeks while Champu was injured, because they only have 2 setters in that gym, and since Champu wasn't playing at all in practice or in games for those couple weeks, she wanted someone in the practice gym. It was always billed to Mac as such. There was like a waiver post, and Mac commented on it, like, wishing y'all the best, go get him, thanks for having me. Everything was above board, so it's okay. It's all fine. Everyone, deep breath. I don't mean
Good.
you two, by the way. I
I
mean
was freaking out.
the hordes of rabid Mac
The
Pedraza
hordes.
fans. They were commenting.
Sure.
And it's fine. Everyone, don't worry. Okay. We haven't made fun of LOVBuh in a
God.
second.
Have we not?
Have we not?
Is that
I don't-
like since the last episode, you mean?
No, I don't think I've been talking about them. I guess they've come up a little bit, but here, listen. Do you remember, I don't know, months ago when they put out, Love Nebraska, put out a public call to ask people to name their team?
Yeah. I remember.
Okay, well.
Because I think we
Was
had
this
the
on-
volleyball
Was
McVolleyball
this like
face.
on Instagram? Was this multi-channel come out?
On social media, where the call was coming from inside the house. So on
All
social media,
platforms.
they were, all of their platforms, they were like, hey, fill out this form
Yeah.
directly.
Well, also as far
Just
as
about
like
them behind their back.
ways to collect email addresses, that's not bad.
Exactly.
Everybody's trying to build up the fucking email list. That's
Absolutely.
the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. So then we don't hear anything for a while, to my knowledge. I mean, maybe they were posting things, but then in early March, they post, what if we didn't pick a mascot at all?
Okay.
Oh,
Which
What
is
does
a
it mean?
180. I don't really know what it means.
they're going for
What
a
if we did?
University of Illinois tactic.
But hashtag name your team, and then
Fight in Omaha.
we have 6 slides after this. We've got
6
loyal, governors,
Loyal.
Okay.
mania, dynasty,
Okay.
Elevate. And then it says, can a team name be a belief?
Well, like, what do you mean governor? Like, that's just a regular mascot.
Well, Governors is supposedly, like the belief in Jordan Larson, who they call the governor.
Okay. Or is it like something that you put on a golf cart to make sure it doesn't go too fast? That's called a governor.
Is
Is
it?
it?
Yeah, a
That's
speed
so
governor.
funny. That's so funny. To pull that,
Yeah,
pull
that's
that
what I think they're
reference.
referencing.
That's what you're referencing. Great. Okay, cool.
This is,
Well,
you know what
then,
this is giving? This is giving the one of the clubs I played at in high school. We could all choose our team name. After you
Hmm.
got your team, you
Yeah.
got to choose your name, and that was your name for the rest of the
Hmm.
time.
right.
And that's what this feels like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where just every team ends up being a different color of dragon,
Yeah,
totally. I love that.
which is pretty
The
sweet.
purple dragons, the
Yeah.
green dragons. It
yeah,
would really go pretty on brand with like what Love's been doing so far.
yeah.
That'd be cool. I'd be on board. Everything that you guys have told me just about youth clubs, it seems like a lot of them have names like that, like the freaking Inspiration Club,
Yeah. Club
Offensive
inspo.
Democracy Club.
Yeah, it is a little, and that kind of makes sense then. That's like pretty on brand that they're still just coming up with things that are like club adjacent because that's what
Yeah.
their business is first.
And we
Okay,
talk
I do
about that
need
with MLV too. Like they like a strange
an
kind of
essence.
concept, mojo,
Yeah.
But I feel like
vibes.
MLV names a lot of times like feel a little more like NWSL soccer
Sure.
team. Like the
The
spirit,
spirit. Yeah, yeah.
and is what comes to mind first. It's like their essences.
Yeah.
They're complex, just like
A
just like a
belief, if you
woman.
will.
Okay, I do need to tell you though that there was another post 5 days later, and it says top 12.
So we've
So they-
narrowed it down to 12.
So,
Nice.
So
That's what I'm seeing on their website.
so the
Yeah,
list
we've cut it
got
down to
bigger.
12.
The list
Oh.
got
Yeah,
bigger from a week prior, which they were going the wrong way.
Is Loyal still on the list?
No.
No, it's
The
not.
Omaha Loyal?
So the
That one
only
was weird.
name that held, I think, from that first one that I said was governor. So let me
Okay.
read you. So it's the governors is one.
hit us.
Okay. Sand waves.
Sand waves. Okay.
Do you have the descriptions there?
No, I just have.
Shall I read the description?
Yes,
I would love
please.
that.
If there's a paragraph to go with it.
A nod to Nebraska's sandhills and the way grass rolls like waves across the prairie. It captures movement, rhythm, and the relentless flow of volleyball in the state that does it best. So sand waves. All right. Next.
Emeralds.
Emeralds. Okay.
A name that
Very
signals
St. Patty.
strength, value, and rare brilliance.
Okay. So that
Something
one
Something
less
forged
Omaha.
under pressure. So not so Nebraska.
Yeah.
Right.
What does
They're
it say for
green.
governors?
Keep going.
They're
It's
green.
What does it
Yeah,
say
what does
for
it say for
governors?
governors?
A symbol of leadership and authority rooted in the belief that Nebraska sets the standard in volleyball. It signals command, confidence, and statewide pride.
They're the JB Pritzkers of the league.
The JV Pritzkers.
Yeah.
Honestly, the
Pritzker.
Pritzkers would try to be a name of some team.
Yeah.
They would.
Chicago Pritzkers.
The Coronados. Spelled
Cornados.
Oh
Tornadoes.
no, the Cornados.
The
I thought that it was
Coronados.
I would have gotten it when I spelled it because I was like, why is it OES?
The Cornados.
A high energy
The
fusion of
Cornados.
Nebraska's agricultural identity and the power of a tornado. Fast
Okay,
forward.
actually,
Sorry.
that one wins for me.
That's awesome.
Because Ian and I were thinking, do something with tornadoes, and I'm here thinking
Yeah.
that it was the Coronados when I read it the first
Tornadoes.
time.
It's pretty dorky, but
Tornadoes.
why don't
No,
they just
that's
be the
gotta-
tornadoes?
It's too
It's
on the
relevant.
nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Two on the nose. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Cranes.
Inspired by the sandhill crane migration that draws visitors from around the world to Nebraska every year.
Okay.
The horizon.
A reflection of Nebraska's wide open skies and limitless possibility.
Meadowlarks.
Or larks, which kind of don't hate this as a concept, a tribute to Nebraska's state bird and the sound
Yeah.
of the prairie.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And like lark is a fun name,
That's up
Yeah,
with
go
the
Larks.
Tornadoes right now.
Okay, the stampede.
a symbol of power, momentum, and collective force.
Are they
Much
known
like the
for having
bison
those?
that once thundered
Oh.
across Nebraska plains.
Okay, we've got four more.
Okay.
Jesus
Legends?
Christ.
A recognition of Nebraska's historic dominance in volleyball and the players who built it.
The pioneers.
Rooted in Nebraska's frontier history and the spirit of building something from the ground up.
Got it. The blades.
Inspired by the windmill blades that dot Nebraska's prairie.
Okay,
Strong, steady, and
windmill.
built to last.
Okay, so
That one was confusing to me.
sustainability. We're
Yeah.
we're
Green
all
energy.
over the place on here. Okay,
Yep.
and
I
the
like the
Bobcats.
Okay,
Native to
Bobcats.
Nebraska and known for agility and fierce independence. That's a good
All
one.
right.
Native to Nebraska.
It's kind of like a down the middle one, Bobcats. It's
Yeah,
traditional.
that's a traditional
What
one.
if they did
It's probably
like
the only one.
Oregon Trail, like dysentery? Like
Fording the Omaha River fords.
also, okay, I need to do some research on this because growing up, I didn't Nebraska as like a volleyball state was never in my purview at all. How do you feel,
Really?
Nikki?
I think that I felt
Were you like aware
like
of them?
yeah. Well, I thought like Nebraska, the college, like that I associated that
It's like
with it.
I don't know when we were in like our prime volleyball years, it was Penn State.
Yeah, but Nebraska was the only team that took sets off of Penn State.
Okay.
Well, who's the guy that's like doing
But I didn't
Facebook
know.
posts? Didn't he win national titles at Nebraska at some point in
Yeah,
the past?
that's Terry Petit, the head coach before John Cook. Did you know
Okay,
him,
so not that
Kelly?
long ago.
No. So maybe I just live under a box.
Well, I don't think that. I think that it's well, social media has made it so that it's much easier to hear about these things like across
True.
like from where we are. But the second thing is I think it's easy to be like, well, that school is good at volleyball and not understand the way that those fans have really bought into Nebraska volleyball when their football team wasn't that good,
Yeah.
when their basketball team wasn't that good. Like it does kind of feel like we all weren't really looking.
Yeah.
And then we started looking and everybody who lives there is a rabid Nebraska
Yeah.
volleyball team.
Yeah. 100%.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
I
But
hear you.
I like the convo because mascot picking is pretty
You wanna-
sweet. It's a good
you wanna-
science.
Okay.
Tornadoes, that's the vote. Obviously,
Yeah.
the Tornadoes, the
Tornadoes.
Meadowlarks, Stampede.
Okay, he already decided what the final
That's the
three
top
should be.
three.
Okay, my last little bit of news, we're going to bring it back to MLV, but we're going to keep it in Nebraska. I just want everyone to know that Omaha Supernovas are doing a dollar beer night
Jesus
on
Christ.
Saturday, March 14th against the Indy Ignite. They
That's
are
awesome.
trying to beat the record, the attendance record. Their own.
Cool.
The amount of fights in an arena.
Now it
In
is
the
Pie
league
Day.
history.
Is no one doing dollar pie?
No, I think that's a little too cerebral.
Dollar pie. That'd be awesome.
I
That's
also
my
though am
type
hearing
of
that like
promotion.
a lot of people they're giving away a ton of tickets also
For dollar beer night.
for dollar beer night. So
That's sweet. It's a recipe for disaster. I can't imagine there's good public transportation to the Omaha arena.
no, I can't imagine that either. Maybe, but it is. I've been doing a little research since I'm going to go there in April. You know, you could walk to the downtown.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody lives there.
You get a hotel
It's a nice downtown.
for dollar beer night.
Yeah, totally. Get a hotel, guys. That's all I have on high level updates and news. If anyone wants to hit us up to name Minnesota and DC and NorCal, you know what? NorCal should be the A's. Just take that over.
The Athletics,
Hell
yeah.
That'd
What's up?
be
It's
fun.
not
Just
copyrighted.
take it. Keep it green, and then we're all good. Okay, you want to do the scorer now?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, just 5 games this week, so we'll
Easy
try and
peasy.
try and keep it under there. Kelly, get your snack.
Ian Scorner.
Let's do our all right, scorer. It's time. It began Thursday, March 5th. Only one game on Thursday was Columbus Fury at Orlando Valkyries on the Roku channel. Orlando started sluggish in the first, but turned it around and won at home in 4 over the Fury. Dropped the first 19-25 and then won 25-19, 25-22, and 25-14 to end the match. Orlando started in that first set, hit under 50, and then picked it up pretty quickly. They finished the match hitting 265. The Fury hit 173. Good passing from Pusic and Looper, and really Charity Looper's day on this one. She led the way for the Valkyries with 23 kills at 311. Only Valks player in double digits for the match. Lindsay Vanderweide also had a good game off the bench. Came in the first set, finished with 8 kills at 375 and a block and then 2 aces in there as well. Natalie Foster added 3 blocks along with her 5 aces as well on the day, and she had 3 kills, 333. On the other side, Columbus continued the recent futility they've been going through, but they had a nice third set. They hit 308 in that set. Pretty good. Unfortunately, Orlando hit 333 and won the set regardless. The Fury were led in kills by Raina Terry's 12, but Orlando covered her pretty well. She finished hitting 83. Megan Lush had 10 kills at 296 with a couple blocks, and Jalen Hodge also had 9 kills of her own at 222 with a couple of blocks. Nothing on Friday. Then we went to Saturday. Omaha Supernovas at the Grand Rapids Rise on the Roku channel. Omaha's struggles continued as the Rise and Morgan Hens beat them in 4 sets in Grand Rapids. The Rise won the first 25-17, dropped the second 27-29, and then won 25-22, 25-14 to finish the match. Continued to add to Omaha's recent woes. They hit 301. Omaha hit 158 on the game, and the Rise outblocked them 15-3 on the match. Not only that, but all of Omaha's blocks came in the set that they won, so no other blocks in the game for that one. The Rise were led by Elizabeth Inna and Paige Briggs-Romine, who both had 14 kills at 355 and 263 respectively. Paige also added 3 blocks, and Elizabeth Inna had 2 aces as well. Carly Snyder had a really good game in this one, 13 kills at 310, 2 blocks and 2 aces. Passed really well, over 60% positive, and Alyssa Jensen had some good numbers too. 6 kills at 545 with 3 blocks. Struggled a bit from the service line. She had no aces and 5 errors on the match. Omaha has been struggling for a while, but as we saw here, when Brooke has an off day, it's really tough for them. In this one, she only had 2 kills. She hit negative 118 and was blocked 4 times on the game. Sarah Parsons, though, had a nice match. 15 kills at 250, and Reagan Cooper came off the bench to have 12 kills at 286 and 2 of the Supernovas 3 blocks on the game. And yeah, I don't know. It's bleak. It's bleak. You just go see the comments in the games and you'll know. Dallas Pulse at Orlando Valkyries on YouTube. Some close sets due. Mostly it felt like to Dallas errors on the match, but they ended up thumping the Valkyries in Orlando and winning in a sweep. 25-23, 28-26, and then 25-19. One of those matches where it really felt like Dallas was kind of keeping Orlando in the match with some of their errors, especially from the service line. They had 16 service errors to 2 aces. Otherwise, they played really well. They had 317 to the Valkyries 152 and outblocked them 11-5. Mimi Collier added another good hitting performance to her already long list. She had 18 kills at 400 with a block. Sofia Maldonado Diaz also had another good game, 17 kills at 289 with 3 blocks. Her and Mimi did combine for 10 service errors between them, but they won. So, whatever. Lane Van Buskirk did well with her opportunities as well. She had 6 kills at 750 with 4 blocks. On the Orlando side, nobody reached double digits in kills, but 3 players had 7 for the match. Kaz Brown hit 278 with 7, 2 blocks. Natalie Foster added a block and an ace to her 7 kills. Hit 500, so that was pretty good. Charity Looper also had 7 for the match, but was blocked 5 times and finished hitting 34 with a block. Courtney Schwann had 6 kills at 74. And as a team, they passed well at 62% positive, but just couldn't find a way to finish points. Also on Saturday, Atlanta Vibe at the San Diego Mojo on YouTube. Atlanta stopped the streaking Mojo and won in 4 sets in San Diego. They won the first 25-21. Dropped the second 17-25, and then won 25-19, 25-23 to win the match. Atlanta held on to the 4th place spot with that win. San Diego would have leapfrogged them if they won, but they didn't, and Atlanta was led by Leah Edmond, again, who finished with 18 kills, hit 364, a couple of blocks. Taylor Smith also had 14 kills at 286, and Phoebe Awalea added 7 kills at 400 along with her 4 blocks for the match. Corey Lewis also had a decent game, 6 kills at 294 with a block. On the other side, we talked last episode, San Diego had been getting away with a couple of subpar offensive performances in their last couple of wins. They actually played a good bit better in this one, but wasn't enough to get the win. They hit 257 to Atlanta's 302 were outblocked 11-4. Maya Tabron did a ton of work in that one. 62 swings. She had 22 kills at 194 with an ace and some good passing as well. 67% positive on 24 attempts. Maren Grote had a really great game. 12 kills at 435 with a couple of blocks. And Taylor Sandbothie and Morgan Lewis both had good games as well off the bench with 5 and 7 kills. Lewis at 375 and Taylor hit 444 of the block as well. March 8th. Sunday, Grand Rapids Rise at Indy Ignite on YouTube. We were there for this one, me and Nikki, and Kelly in spirit was also there. And the Rise started strong, but faded in the second half of the back-to-back that they had. I think probably the first actual back-to-back that we've had in the league this season. Indy won the last 3 sets to win in 4. They lost the first set 23-25 and then won 25-18, 25-22, 25-20. Like I said, in the building for that one. And Grand Rapids started really strong and then fell off a bit in the later sets. Indy started fast in the first set, but then the Rise came back. They hit 300 in that one to win the set. And in the end, they were out hit by the Rise 269-177. Like a tour member, Monet led the way 15 kills at 293 with a block, and Cameron Hanna had 10 kills at 381 with a block as well. We did see Ajani Taylor, as I said earlier, start and played a set and a half. She hit 250, 4 kills with an ace in there. Alexandra Bodazat really had an awesome game. We saw her in the press conference afterwards as well. She had 7 kills at 545, along with an ace and 4 of the team's 7 blocks for the match. Kayla Lund also played well, 13 kills at 182, and Mia Tuaniga had 3 kills at 600, along with an ace and 12 digs with her 50 assists for the match. For the Rise, Paige Briggs from Romine again led the way. She had 15 kills at 229 with a block, as well as leading the team with 43 passes, 47% positive. No other Rise player was in double digits for the match, but Leah Meyer had a good one. 5 kills at 625 with a couple blocks. Alyssa Jensen had 7 at 211 with 2 blocks as well. Like I said, can't hold too much against the Rise. I don't feel like they traveled from Michigan, where they played on Saturday, to then play again on Sunday. It's pretty tough. And yeah, it was surprising to see him win the first, but couldn't quite finish it off. And that was the week.
Yeah, the back-to-back was crazy. I don't feel like we've seen that happen yet this year for anybody, especially
Schedule
not
loss.
especially not a night game followed by anything, right?
Yeah. It's a very quick turnaround.
I think they left that night, Saturday night,
after they played
and drove. Yeah. And so went to bed at 2 or 3 in the morning, plus the time difference. So lost an hour.
Daylight savings.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Sorry. That's yes. Not their Eastern time.
Dang.
But it honestly, I didn't think that they played slow or lethargic or it didn't look evident or obvious.
No. And they didn't when we saw the press conference after the game, they weren't harping on it at all.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
I think that was more of an us thing. I think they know that people will make that argument for them, probably, that it's not super ideal to be playing 2 matches in 2 days.
Yeah, Kathy didn't bring it up at all.
That's very professional of them.
For real. Boy, the back-to-back. I remember being very surprised that they won the first one. I was shocked. It was very close. But I don't know. I did you say what Carly Snyder hit?
Hopefully.
Not in the second match. She had a good match in the first one.
But in the second one...
And the one that we saw wasn't ideal. She hit 43. Was in a little bit in the third and the fourth sets. But yeah, she had 4 kills.
Yeah, that was not great. One thing I noticed in person... So, as we know, I love Sage. KT? Cameron Turner's good, though, man. It's the same thing. It's a very similar story road that's happening for her this year as last year, where she wasn't starting at the beginning of the season, and then she won the starting spot by halfway through, not necessarily because someone was doing badly, but just because I feel like Kathy probably was thinking, let me just switch something up. And her defense is great. Her blocking is good. I remembered feeling like Grand Rapids was blocking pretty well. And I also saw with my own eyes that the middles were late. Or at least Alyssa Jensen was. during the match. And I think that that's partially because Mia on Indy does such a good job of setting a very consistent tempo ball to the pin. Like it's a really fast out of her hands and it gets there really quickly.
You're saying that they're late on the block.
So the middle is late on the block. Yes, sorry. Yes, late on the block. But Grand Rapids pins were doing a great job blocking kind of as a result of that, like adjusting in the moment. And
Yeah, there were a good amount of like pretty long rallies in there in those middle couple sets too.
yeah, but I do like Cam Turner. How
How-
tall is she?
How was the atmosphere? Was it fun? Were there a lot
Yeah,
of
it was
people
really
there?
good.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Lots of people there, lots of people in the fan zone ahead of time. I
That's
got this football from Fisher's Event Center for a team that apparently plays there in a league I didn't know existed, but I wanted a toy to play with, so
Do you think
got a
that
football.
league
There
has any
wasn't a ball.
podcasts?
I don't know. Yeah, check in for our Fisher's Freight podcast next year in the IFL. But yeah,
What would we
I
be
don't know.
called?
Is that the indoor
Freight fans?
football league?
Yeah, I
IFL.
assume. I haven't really looked it up, but I would have gotten a volleyball, but there wasn't one in the merch store. So
And you're like, I have to leave here with a ball.
yeah, I need a toy
Yeah.
to walk around with. And people were asking me questions in the
You were
arena,
well
like,
behaved
"Oh,
on
how
the
are those
drive,
games?"
so
I was like,
you got a toy.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was a good boy.
That's a good boy.
I bought a sticker
Oh, that's
Sticker.
fun.
of Pepper.
We got Alex a
Pepper is a
jersey.
good mascot.
Yeah, we
Got a little sticker of Pepper to
we
put on my
talked to
laptop.
Pepper, or we talked at Pepper. She can't
We
talk to
met
us.
Pepper.
Yeah.
We met Pepper. We complimented her. She seemed physically very happy about it.
Oh,
But yeah, very much liked it. You got the jersey, very good vibes. I will say, I understand we're in the future of food service and we got like ghost kitchens everywhere. But it just means that like, a lot of the stuff that's under the heat lamp is like ossified. Turned to, something that it once wasn't when it was made and put under the heat lamp. So I don't know.
can I bring it back to the Fisher's Freight real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
The
I wish
IFL
you
team.
would.
Because
I wish you would.
I do think that this will give MLV people hope on Reddit. Okay, everyone on Reddit's always like, "Is the attendance
Yeah, what's
mean
the
something?
attendance like?
Of course. Yeah,
Is the league gonna survive?"
totally.
The Fisher Freight is a part of a league called the Indoor Football League
Yeah, the IFL.
that has been going on since 2009.
Never heard
Okay.
of it in my life. I know
Never
arena
heard of it.
football.
2009's a long time ago.
Long time.
Do they have
I
any
feel like
attendance
they
averages on there?
weren't.
Probably not.
I feel like they weren't playing last year when we went there. I didn't see any freight merch the last time I was there. I saw
No, I don't think so either.
with the
I just
minor
saw
league
the
hockey
fuel.
team. Yeah, the fuel.
Also, did you hear at various points during Indy doing something good, they would play that vroom, vroom, vroom sound?
Yeah, yeah.
Because of the 500?
I would have
Because
like,
Indy means racing?
Pacers. Yeah, the Pacers are that way too. You just
Pacers, vroom,
some
vroom,
cars and
vroom,
everything.
vroom. Yeah.
But also, they do a lot of like spelling Indy as a team. It's a classic arena thing to do. But it sounds like INTY because
Which I pointed out
So
to
I was
Ian.
just screaming Inty all the time.
You just kept saying
Loved it.
Indy. It did sound
Oh.
like the man doing it on the loudspeaker. It sounded like a T, not a D. It did.
It's just the way that sound moves through that space. Yeah,
Last
it
time
was really
I was
good.
hyper fixated on the fire. This time the Inty.
The Inty. Yeah.
All right. Well, it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
The press conference was great.
Yeah.
Press conference was great.
Indy uploaded their half to their YouTube account.
So you can go see Nikki or listen to Nikki ask a question.
You can hear my voice ask 2 questions. One was not like it was fine, but it was funny because like I asked about how like perceptually I think they're the best in the league from a vibes perspective out of system. I said, I actually don't know statistically if you're the best, which was a funny thing that I happened to say. I just jumped into my head. I said, I don't actually know statistically if you're the best out of system, but it feels like you are. Like, are you guys doing a lot of coverage drills? Are you doing a lot of like, what is out of system to you? Like, what's your mindset on that? Because they do out of system and then they have the best and they get a kill in it and they have the best celebrations ever. And they're like giving credit to where it's due. And like, it's just like very good energy. And Coach Bertolacci was like, she didn't say this out the gates. Like, she wasn't like, you're wrong. Like, she said some things, and then she goes, and actually, we did just get the mid-season stats back, and we're the worst in the league out of system from a hitting efficiency
Of any
perspective of any team, but we do it the least. We're in system the most out of anybody else. So I thought that was a really because I did say, I don't know about statistically, but just from running on energy alone. And that was a funny thing to learn. I want those stats so bad, man.
Yeah, that was the other thing we talked about.
I bet she would have given them to you if you would have asked.
Yeah, maybe I can still get them.
I don't know. They're probably like proprietary. It's all like a psyop. They don't want them getting out to the other teams.
What am I going to do? Sell them?
You could just leak it. You're a journalist. You're untrustworthy now.
No,
you become a journalist.
I want them for me. I want to keep my sources safe.
Yeah. But Coach Bertolacci was awesome. Also, I wanted to ask her, but didn't. Like, she's got like a little mini like tablet on the sideline.
Handheld iPad.
Yeah. With like a strap on it, It's pretty sick. I just want to know like what UI are they using? What app? What is she getting on there that she's then utilizing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just like rotational stuff? Who knows? Is it like weird proprietary statistics that they have in-house being fed to her? Live stats?
We could ask her maybe. We didn't. We almost wanted to.
Yeah.
Is she on Instagram? Does she follow us on Instagram?
Yeah, and we chat sometimes.
Oh, lovely.
I do also just want to mention, like, listening to her speak for, this press conference was 10 minutes. Listening to her speak for 7 of those 10, like, I was just like, I'm bought in. You're the best coach in the league. You should go coach of the year. Her answers, somebody, it wasn't just us in the press conference. There were some like perhaps sports journalist dudes from Indiana. One of them was asking about, IU. My bad, IU. And one of them was asking about like, are you feeling confident? You're top of the league. How do you, are the girls are the players feeling confident? And how does that, make its way into your mindset coming into a game like this? And she was like, no, I don't really think confidence is a thing. I don't care about confidence. I tell them this is your job, and the reality is you're going to be playing when you don't feel confident sometimes. And I still expect you to perform and win. So
that is a coach that has coached professionally before.
Yeah.
That is a not college coach.
Yeah. It's like we're getting paid now.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's a job.
That's cool.
But it was on International Women's Day. So we got some questions about that.
Oh, right.
It was cool to see
Both
Kathy
coaches.
George talk about just the history of being in the game as long as she has been. And so that was cool.
Yeah. It was good stuff. Okay, do you want to talk about other games? I guess maybe just real quick little standings update. So now with that win, Indy is 13-2. With Dallas's win over Orlando, Dallas is 10-5. Orlando's 8-8. So Atlanta 7-7 with their win over Mojo, who drops to 7-8. Omaha's down to 7-9.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids 5-10. Columbus 3-11. So
we could talk about that Omaha game since they played the Rise too, and won 7-3.
Totally.
7-9.
We got some questions about this game, which was essentially like, did Omaha get beat or did they beat themselves? And I feel like the blocking numbers tell us a little bit of a story here, where I believe you mentioned, Ian, Grand Rapids had 15 blocks in that match. Omaha had 3.
And they were all in that set that they won.
Right. So if you're not going to block it at all, and Grand Rapids is going to block, then you're kind of in trouble. I mean, Sydney Hilly did not start.
Uh-oh. I think he doesn't like it.
Well, I just mean, I'm all for changing things when the going's getting rough, but I don't know if this was it. Did you have any feelings about it?
This was also the one where like Reagan Cooper came in, I think, in the second set. Like that was that they were going the Sarah Parsons thing instead, but then they were blocking Brooke a lot and they had to make a bunch of changes and it didn't work out.
Brooke Notteviller does still seem sick, right?
I mean,
or coming back from it, I guess. When have we ever seen her hit negative in a set and a half?
Yeah, true.
When Emily Londot only hits 0.26, you're in trouble because she's been kind of bolstering things or
Yeah.
been the bright spot.
Yeah.
I mean, their passing was 49% positive and 25% perfect. It's not like a lot worse than it's been, but it's not good.
Well,
No
and,
one's
I know
go
Kelly
ahead.
had been talking about like wanting Sarah Parsons to be play more, and she played well. It's just like kind of sucks. She did get it and played the whole game and played well, but
Hmm.
the rest of the team did wasn't quite there.
Meanwhile, like when Carly Snyder has a good day, you're in a good spot.
So Morgan Hens revenge game.
Morgan Hens revenge game, past 65% positive, 25% perfect.
Yeah.
And she had 15 digs, which ain't bad. I don't know. I think that Grand Rapids came to play, but I also think Omaha's blocking probably really screwed them.
Yeah. Well, and that was the game of the week where Elizabeth Enna was playing and
And
played
really
the whole
well.
game and played really well. Yeah, and like that obviously helps the rise. I would have thought that it's just 2 games in 2 days and she's coming back. Probably don't want to play her in both of those, but
Totally.
I don't
I
think that
agree.
would necessarily be the case. Like I don't know if she'd be wearing a boot if that was the part that
I
made me
know.
think maybe she did like re-aggravate something, but who knows though. We'll see what they say.
Are boots like preventative now?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I would assume they've got other ways to just like
I
How do
keep
you
I
get the
swelling
pressure
down.
off it?
I
Yeah,
wore a boot when I wasn't playing my senior year to
really.
get to
Whole
keep
year.
pressure off my shins.
Well, nice. Maybe then it's just maintenance
I
day.
don't know how standard that was.
I think that it is a thing. Like, even if it's not broken, it's just like, yeah,
Yeah,
don't turn that shit
keep it
into
in
a worse
place. Yeah.
fracture. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, Nikki, you almost broke your ankles in sneakers
totally.
recently. So
Yeah,
it's
no, I mean,
dangerous out there.
those Air Maxes really have maximum air in them.
Yeah. So you gotta like, yeah, keep it stabilized no matter what happens.
Totally. Ankle stable. That it's surprising it's not going well. Ian mentioned the comments are bad. They're calling for the coach to be
Well, we're
fired
saying like it is
immediately.
if we're saying this is the volleyball state, that means there's a higher concentration of knowledgeable volleyball fans.
You
And
know,
they're making it known. They don't
Allegedly.
like, or people that are more invested in volleyball. Because, we love a guy calling into ESPN to spend a half an hour getting angry about whatever team he roots for.
totally. Maybe we
So
should
we've
have them
got that
call
in
in
the
here.
MLB. Yeah.
Maybe we should have them
Send
call
us
in
a voice
here.
note ranting
Yeah,
about what you think is going wrong.
yes, send us a voice note. Give us the rant. Tell us what you think. You can ask us questions. Honestly, should we have someone on live? Should we just become a call-in podcast?
Yeah, Colin Pod.
Call in, fans. Fan service. If you're mad about Omaha, give us a call.
That could be fun.
But
I
yeah,
think
like I
maybe
don't,
we
I
could
don't.
maybe it could be like where we talk Omaha fans down. Because here's the other thing about this. They're very confident after the first 2 seasons. And like I said on paper, this looks like one of the best squads that they've had. And it's
They have
not
standards.
working.
I
They're
don't know,
not
but
being met.
something about this coach and the choices that he makes.
Yeah,
I can't really put my finger on it,
I know.
but
And you look at like people are pointing out body language of the players a lot, that they're not really having a ton of fun and that they don't. I haven't been able to look at body language. Give me a few weeks. I'll be there in person. I can take some.
well, you'll get some good vibes from there.
I'll get some. Maybe I'll even do some zoom ins on some different players on the bench and see what I can get content wise. Like that's pretty creepy, but I'm willing to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, at what point, regardless of what you think of like how skilled or capable a coach might be, like, at what point when it's going really bad, do you just want the change of a voice?
I mean, a mid-season coaching change, I can't imagine helps. Ian's wants it. Ian wants to be entertained by a
I want
mid-season
to see the
coaching change
traditional head coach firing, assistant coach promotion,
that Omaha loves.
and then they go
Honestly,
looking for, yeah, some sort of elite European coach
Oh,
It-
jeez.
for next season. That's what
okay,
we
put
want.
it out
That's
there.
the traditional sports way.
Yeah, put it out there. Be the change.
There has to be a sacrificial lamb at some point. Like that's what I'm saying too, is like I don't think it's necessarily there are a lot of good coaches that were successful before and successful after they got fired or moved
Sure.
on to another job. Sometimes it's just, stale or it's not working with whatever the player group is. Not to
Right.
say you can't get a different job, but yeah, like at some point they do have high standards there and high expectations for what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could just be personalities, it could be styles. Like, I'm not going to go so far as to be like, he doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, what do I know?
Yeah.
Unless we hear from players like perspectives, we really have no way of knowing.
Hey, players, send us your perspectives.
Send us your perspectives,
Voice notes.
please. Voice notes. Those we won't put on the
Yeah,
pod
we'll put
though.
them through a voice changer,
Ooh, that would actually be
Hilarious.
so fun.
like a silhouette. Yeah.
And then we could have for the video pod, we could have a silhouette.
That would be so funny.
That'd be great.
No, I would love that actually. Please, that's the TikTok I'll submit so that we can get word out there. I'll just tag all of them.
Perfect.
The other, I mean, I guess if we just want to transition to other depressing thing,
Oh, let's do
Columbus
it.
Fury are also depressing. And it's starting to like really show in like the year stats. It seems like everyone's pretty close in terms of like sets or points won and lost. They're like 100 points so far this season.
Oh, jeez. I
And
mean, I like
it's
seeing
not
Audrey
good.
Pack
They have
set.
not
That
won a
was-
game in Columbus
Oh, really?
yet.
Well, right. They've only won 3
Yeah.
total.
Yikes.
I mean, they're missing Reagan Pittman Nelson. I think she must have some kind of thing going on. They haven't
Yeah.
said it, but I feel like she must be
Yeah.
a little injured. And they've been starting Audrey Pack instead of Ashley Evans, who, she's green. A rookie setter is a tough thing a little bit to
Yeah.
put all your chips in on her. I'm not seeing amazing passing. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Just-
not like terrible, but
I just like don't really get Angel's team building strategy. Like he
Yeah.
he goes all in on some players with just a couple of years experience. He pulls a lot of first years, a lot of rookies. Like there's not a lot of experience on this team. And I feel like that's what we're seeing
It's just Megan.
show. Just Megan. And you can't all be Megan. This is probably her last year.
Yeah.
And she's doing okay, but it just can't all be on one person.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't know, like I feel like we talk about Omaha more because they've been good a few times this year. And it feels like there's ways to turn that around. At this point, like I don't know what Columbus would do. It would like surprise me.
Yeah, what are those conversations?
If it
Everyone
changed.
really except Columbus like has a chance at this point, and we're only
Mm-hmm.
halfway in. So like, there's no benefit to tanking in this league.
Yeah, no tanking laws. No number
no
one. I mean, I
reason to
guess you
do
get a
that.
number one pick, but
No, because they're going to give all the new teams the number
Yeah,
one pick,
number
and then they've
5
always done it
pick.
random. It's just so funny because not that I think that the picks really even matter as much in this league. You gamble a little bit with
Yeah.
picks.
Yeah.
And so that's why like the team building needs to be done with relationships that you have or that you're building in the off season and in free agency. That's where like the championship team is made, in my opinion. Now, do I eat my words because Dallas Pulse has a draft player that is like really has the team on her back and they're number 2. So but again, that's
There's,
a,
like,
It's
I
kind of like
think-
it's still a gamble though.
yeah.
it's a gamble.
And like there is a small pool of people coming into the league as rookies. You would think that like you can build your entire team around in that first year.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen a lot of them. Like there have been players that have contributed and been really good moving forward, but to be like their main offensive weapon is pretty
Right.
crazy. I don't know how many players that have come into the league could
You
do
know,
that.
guys, someone's got to be last.
It's true.
Well, you know what? Actually, we do have some news about Columbus that I think is very positive. We had heard rumor, we had heard top secret gossip that
Hot
their
goss.
ownership, Columbus's ownership, was a little bit in the question mark territory. Like there had been some people who allegedly were part owners, like the Burrows. And then there was like
Yeah.
another family that just did like a Homer Simpson into the bushes kind of thing, where like people said they were a part of it and they were at like maybe the first couple games in the first season, but no one's seen them since. I'm not going to name any names. I don't even really know. But we had heard that like they needed they needed some ownership, either a minority owner or a majority owner. Like they needed some injection of cash. We also heard gossip that like a lot of their front office was really lean this year. Partially, we think because, money was on the low end based on this ownership situation. And what our friends in our Discord have found, located, is, what is public knowledge that you can Google? We've got people who are so good at Googling. And it's like who is the registered agent and like ownership of things?
This is like Swifty level investigation.
It really is.
When they like look up I don't know if you guys know, what the Swifties
But that's
are
about
up to.
Like patents, right? Like
right,
that's
they,
when she files for
Like,
patents.
the copyright or trademark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like what hotel has this bed sheet?
If I'm honest, like
where she's staying.
Yeah.
Like I could have just like asked this person what they are looking up, but I get these screenshots of like entity details, file number. So they're filing some kind of official tax ownership. I don't even know what I'm talking about. What is this thing? It's a record of ownership. Ian, do you know what I'm talking about?
Documents.
Registered agent, entity kind, residency.
I think this isn't for us to know.
We shouldn't talk about this.
Yeah, I like it as...
I'm just being silly. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's why we have people to Google stuff. Is like, I like it being occluded and mysterious.
Well, so basically, here's the thing. I don't know how to look this shit up, but what I can tell you is that the same people who filed initially for the Jacksonville franchise now has filed to be the Columbus owners.
Okay.
So it was like a potential team that they were going to have in Jacksonville, and now that one has expired, and the new one is to own Columbus.
There are like many teams that are looking for owner. Like, we gonna bring back Thrill? Like,
yeah, totally.
Like, people are wanting to own a team. There's teams up for grabs.
Of course.
That's all I'm saying.
And Columbus was one of them. And I think that this is honestly, like, for me, whatever they had to do, the league had to do to just be like, so listen, you could start that from scratch, but like, what if you took this one instead? In the place not where you live and the place where your vested interests are not, and we'll give it to you for a little discount if you do this and pick up where these guys left off. I think it's a good sign that maybe Columbus, the players, the team, will have some more support in the future. So I'm going to choose to be hopeful for them.
I think that's all we can be, is hopeful.
Indeed.
Let me tell you what's happening in week 10. Thursday, March 12th, Orlando at Indy. That's at 6 p.m. Central on the Roku channel. Friday, March 13th, we've got 2 matches for you. The one at 6 p.m. Central is Grand Rapids at Atlanta on YouTube, and the one at 7 p.m. is Columbus at Dallas on Victory Plus. And then on Saturday, we have 2 matches, both in the evening, 6 p.m. San Diego at Orlando on YouTube, 7 p.m. Indy at Omaha on Roku. Don't forget to try to locate the drunkest person that they put on screen.
Yeah.
That is really what I'll be watching that for. And then the final match of the week is Sunday, March 15th. That's Atlanta at Dallas, 3 p.m. That's CBS Sports Network. Okay, well, thanks for listening to Court Captains, a Volleyball podcast. Please give us 5 stars on Spotify. You've been doing a great job with that, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Now go over to Apple Podcasts and do it over there, please. If you like what you're hearing, support small podcasts. But if you don't like what you're hearing, then please forget about what I just said and go ahead and mind your business. Follow us on Instagram at CourtCaptainsPod and email us your questions or comments at courtcaptainspod@gmail.com. I was serious about Omaha fans.
Voice notes.
That's going to have to be an Instagram
or
thing.
Voice to
Now,
text.
I'm going to need you to write me a message first before you send me a voice note so that I know what I'm about to press play on. Okay. I can't open myself up to unlimited voice notes. Just click and play. You're going to have to give me a little heads up.
That's probably a good thing to say.
Then send
You could
me
also
a voice note.
record and email it to us.
Of course, that's another way to do it.
Don't forget to be the captain of your own court.
Thank you.
Even when you're sick.
Yeah,
Feel
especially
better,
when you're
Kelly.
sick.
Feel better, Kelly.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.